Alright, welcome back to season 3 of our show, and today it's rib tips, rib tip pasta. We're going to show you how to get it done. So right here I cleaned a rib up the other day and I cooked some ribs, and these are the rib tips that came off of it. Trimmed the ribs, cleaned them up, and these are all the leftovers, so we're showing you how to get this done today. Right here I got a 12 ounce of tomato paste. I got some oregano, yellow onion, garlic, and basil. Chicken stock, this is what you're going to need. I got a 50-50 mix of chicken stock and water here, so onto the stove we go. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go in with our pork. Now I seasoned that pork, onion powder, garlic powder. I didn't put any pepper in there, or salt. And I'm just going in with that first. You always want to taste your sauces at the end. So we're making a spaghetti sauce for this. And we're just going to cook down the pork first. Now while that's cooking down, in with garlic and onions I go. I don't want a hard cook. I want a soft, gentle cook. Just like that. So basically you want to get it sauteed down. And keep moving with it and don't let it burn. Just bring out some color in that meat. And when you start to see some color in the meat, that's when you're going to get your tomato paste in. So we're going to get some browning on here, and we're going to meet you right back here. Don't go anywhere. Alright, so we're getting some color on there now. Now what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to add a little bit of Marsala cooking wine. Get those bits off the bottom, clean that pan up, and deglaze it. Just like that. And it's going to bring up all that flavor. You see that coming up? That's all the flavor coming up off that pan. And it's going to darken that meat too. Just like that. I'm going to add just a little bit more. And if you guys are on a fire stove, just make sure you take it off the heat before you add the alcohol, just to be safe. Just going to clean that up. Now that pan becomes clean, and with our tomato paste we go. All of it. And we're going to bring the oils out of it, bring the flavor out of it. And cook it down. That's what you want to do. You want to cook your paste down and bring the flavor out of it. Most people don't cook their paste down, but you have to. So just stir the meat up in it, cook it down. When it starts to get dark, when you see it darkening, you gotta add just a little chicken stock. Just a little bit. Don't go crazy. And we're gonna use that stock just to clean the pan again. And get it cooked down. Alright, what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to add all my stock. Or or most of it, just to see where I'm at, because this is going to thicken up. I'm going to add my stock, and I'm going to bring my heat down halfway. Now, if you're on an electric stove and anytime the heat gets too high, just pick up the pan. Automatically drop the heat. So let's get this stirred in. Now, if you make a mistake and go with too much liquid, you can always put some more paste back in there. That's all you got to do. Now I'm going to add the rest of my stock. I think I'm going to add it all. I'm going to let this slowly tighten up. Oregano. I use a lot of it. Use it all. Basil. Put it right in. You want that flavor to come out now. And this is where you want to just cook it gentle. So you got to give this about 20 minutes on the stove, and we'll come back, we'll taste, we'll add some pepper, and that's about it. And we're ready to put our pasta in. So stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, we're about 18 minutes in. Let's just show you what we got going on. That's what you want. It started to thicken a little bit. Now you don't want this too tight, because by the time you add the pasta in here, you're going to have to add pasta water in here, because you're going to have to loosen it back up, and then you're going to throw off all your seasonings. Also too, at the end of this cook, a lot of people will put cheese inside of here. I don't put the cheese inside my pasta, because I'll taste it now and see what I need. That's spot on. I have my meat seasoned. I put a touch of salt in here. That's just me. I just put a little bit. Everybody's salt level is a little bit different. But if you add salt in here and then you add your cheese in here, it's going to get way too salty. So if you add salt, undersalt it. So when you taste it, it's not enough salt and you're about to add a little bit more salt, don't add the salt if you are going to put the cheese. Because once you put the cheese in here and you add more salt, it's going to be way too salty. And salt will ruin a dish. And I tell people all the time, be very careful of not over salting your dish, because you can't take that away. Once you over salt it, it's done. That's about it. So we got our water coming to a boil, and we get the pasta in. We're going to meet you right back here to put that inside the sauce. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, our pasta's boiled and ready. Now we chose a penny today. Penny pasta. And I'm pulling this out a bit al dente, which means hard to the tooth. And we're going to get it right into our sauce. That beautiful sauce we made. Drain it good. Now I don't strain my pastas. I go right in with the pasta water for maximum flavor. That's why you don't want that pasta too loose there. You want to get it nice and tight. And make sure you drain the pasta well. If you see this little scooper I'm using here, it's very old. I've had it for years now. And I believe I got it from Bed Bath & Beyond. So you might want to check them out and see if they still have it. It works great. Alright, let's just get all of that out of there. I'm just going to hold my pot to the side so I get all of that out of there. I also let that sauce cool down just a little bit, because we're putting hot pasta inside. And you don't want to cook the pasta anymore. And we're going to serve this in about 10 minutes. But I left the pasta a little bit on the hard side. So this way, by the time you stir it up in there, if it takes you 10 minutes to get it to the table, it's not overdone and it's not mushy. So just keep that in mind. Alright, there we go. So that's everything. I'm going to get that off to the side. And we're just going to stir it up in there. And it's going to thicken in there as we stir this up in there. And it cooks a little bit more in the hot sauce. But this is a great way to use any kind of leftovers from pork. You cut any piece of the pork off, you got some meat still there, just save it and use it for an entire meal just like this. So you guys out there, you have no excuse if you're trimming your ribs, which I never do. But sometimes when I cook inside I trim. But now you have no excuse not to use those trimmings from your ribs. Look at that, beautiful. And we're just gonna top that off with some fresh basil. Now you could put cheese in here. I'm not putting any cheese in mine, but you could. I always put my cheese on the table. So what we'll do is just put this off to the side, just like that. And I'm gonna bring my bowl in. We're gonna get a little taste in here. Just so you can see what this looks like plated up. And it's a good looking dish. Tastes even better. Alright, now I got a little cheese. So this is what I mean. I'm gonna put a little cheese on the top. Just like that. And there it is. Maybe top off with just a little bit more fresh basil. And there you have it. Alright. And there it is. A beautiful way how to use your rib tips or anything that's left over, any kind of scraps or anything else like that from any meats. Thank you. We enjoyed having you. Thank you for coming. If you like this video, please give a like. Don't forget that bell. This way you get those videos first. And until the next time, that little Pitmaster taste there.